Man, what's good with the collective? Y'all know we back with another banger, another reaction. I appreciate everybody who been tapping in, running up, and subbing up. If you're new to the channel, please like, comment, subscribe. Hit that bell so you always notified whenever we drop an upload. Y'all know we coming with about 4 videos a week, man. And this is for entertainment purposes as well. And when you like and comment and subscribe to the channel, helps collective grow, helps collective get bigger, helps more people who like this type of content tap in with this content. But I know some of y'all been asking me, hey bro, what happened to the Malcolm X picture? He's still there. It's just some videos I had posted. I had posted those before I put the picture up. And then I ended up posting more recent videos once the picture was up. And then I ended up posting some of the ones that videos I shot before I put the picture up. I ended up posting those after. So it looked like, you know, I kind of took it down, but I didn't. He's still there, bro. He's still there. But I ain't gonna hold you. Let's get right to the video, man. Let's go.
No, because while all this stuff that's been going on in the world is reminding me of American Horror Story Apocalypse Season, let's talk about it. Now, I talk a lot about this show because I feel like it is really woke and it is completely accurate with a lot of stuff that they talk about. So if you haven't watched the show or this episode, I'm about to give y'all a whole rundown of why I feel like it's reminding me of what's going on right now in the world. So this whole series was basically talking about the end times, the apocalypse, the end of the world, whatever you want to call it. And the world didn't end in a natural way. The world ended on the show because of the higher-ups and the Antichrist. Yeah. So the dude that is like the spawn of Satan, so the son of Satan is the Antichrist. He, ever since he was a kid, he's just been super evil. Like, I'm talking about anybody that worked for them at their house, he would kill. As a little kid, he would kill all type of little animals. I'm talking about birds, all type of stuff. It was just really bad. He even had like the mark of the beast or something on the back of his ear. It was crazy. So the lady that raised him was just so tired of burying all the nannies and maids and all this in the backyard. So she kicked him to the curb. So at this point, he's like a teenager. He's lost. He's the Antichrist. But he knows it, but he doesn't quite know like his powers yet. So he stumbles across this Church of Satan, where he meets one of the members that was actually really nice to him. And she finds out that he is the spawn of Satan. Now, everybody in this church, or whatever you want to call it, was waiting on this day. Like, that's all they've been waiting on was the Antichrist, of course, for obvious reasons. Their goal was to end the world and restart it over in the devil's image. So the lady that was basically helping the boy out, because at this point he was homeless and he just stumbled across the church and he met her there, she let him stay at her house. He was feeding him and everything like this. And he lost the only person that ever loved him, which was this lady that basically taught him everything he knew about like Satan and all that. So she was like, we can find her, we can get her back. We got powers, we got connections to everywhere, all over the world. And he was like, you can't do that because she's gone. And he was like, yes, we can. So she take him to this multi-billion-dollar tech company ran by these 2 boys that you would probably think like would be in their mom's basement playing the video games. And they were the cooperative. Y'all already know the other word for it, but I'm not going to say it on here because, you know, TikTok. They said how they sold their soul, and that's how they got the most biggest tech company in the world. And those 2 boys that ran that tech company helped the Antichrist in the world. So the only people that were saved were the people that was in the cooperative and the super rich people that could afford underground bunkers. Haven't a lot of these rich people been talking about how they have bunkers and all these underground shelters? Yeah, all right. But I said all that to say the world was ended by the higher ups. And the only people that survived were the people that can afford it and people with a specific blood type. I'm not going to say his name, but y'all already know who this story reminds me of. His initials is EM, and he's super rich. But let me know what y'all think in the comments.
Is she reaching? I never watched American Horror Stories. I need to.
This sick son of a is gonna pay.
Barely speaking above a whisper.
This is justice for Sade.
And fighting back tears.
Who the would do something like this to my beautiful baby?
Sheena Scarborough
She hurt nobody.
was pushing forward for her daughter, 19-year-old Sade Robinson. Friday, Robinson's family sat in court and heard the grim details surrounding her death while staring at the man accused of taking her life, 33-year-old Maxwell Anderson.
The allegations in the complaint are abhorrent. It was the highest level of violence imaginable.
Prosecutors say Anderson and Robinson were going on a date Monday evening on April 1st. The state says they went back to Anderson's Southside apartment around 9 o'clock, where they say he killed her between then and early Tuesday morning. They say he then dismembered her body and scattered pieces around the county.
Defendant did a tremendous amount of work to try to cover up the crime, including lighting Miss Robinson's vehicle on fire.
Last week, police found and connected a severed human leg in Cudahy and a foot in Milwaukee to Robinson. After text messages and witness statements linked the two together, Anderson was arrested April 4th during a traffic stop. He's now charged with first-degree intentional homicide, mutilating a corpse, and arson.
Sade was more than a person. She was an angel. Not having her right now is very painful.
Family says the entire timeline has them shaken.
Imagine trying to bury your niece with no body for the service. I need justice for Sade.
And they want the person responsible to pay.
The next Epstein is a bar owner and he lives in LA. So I posted a video that went viral. Thousands of comments poured in, essentially saying "Me Too" nationally, and also in my DMs. I started to put together a bigger picture here. So I really started to investigate this one particular bar and another one that this billionaire owns. As more and more comments started pouring in, there was especially a couple that really drew my attention. And one girl and I started DMing and I started asking her more information. She, in explicit detail, explained to me exactly how she was tracked by this establishment. She responded to an ad for a personal assistant position. She went in and they started having drinks and she thought that was very normal because it's LA and it's the nightlife. She's very young and she needs the money desperately. And this monster knows exactly how to exploit her vulnerability. This job was supposed to be for a personal assistant position. So after drinks, he takes her back to the house that she presumes is his and he's gonna run down on her responsibilities. This is where she gets she sees many other women there, very young, possibly underage, most likely. And she said this was so normalized. This was in the middle of the day and many old men were there. She said the cops were in on it. And she specifically said, without saying too much, the FBI knows. The first time that she's talking about this, she's never told a soul. She's so scared and frightened that someone's going to discover her identity. And she said there are thousands of more victims. And this brothel is very close to this very popular LA nightclub bar. She said there were mirrors everywhere. Everyone can see everything. And a lot of other things were happening left and right. And there were many men coming in and out. And what I think is going on is some of these women and men, very young, very impressionable, are assaulted, groomed, and trained to be bartenders. Essentially, they're taking cuts or just receiving money straight up. This is also very alarming. I had a few DMs anonymously that told me that what they're actually doing in this establishment too, and probably a lot more, is they're not only using a separate bottle that's spiked, they also have glasses that are coated with B, which makes so much sense because why are so many people in the comments, thousands of people getting f***ed up from a glass of wine or water or a juice or whatever? And that would make so much sense because imagine you order a Sancerre. It'll be extremely difficult for them to have two separate bottles of Sancerre, right? But the pre-made glasses, or however this is done, will be so easy to separate and kind of have some kind of system where they know which one is coated. My theory is that this billionaire is using these establishment nightclubs, bars, as a front for what he's really doing, which is serving the elite and whoever else. This particular billionaire has been seen photographed with politicians, celebrities, has been praised for the work that he's done in a lot of areas. He's seen at charity events, you name it. Man of the year. It makes me want to throw up. It's just the most disgusting thing I've ever heard. This billionaire is currently living his best life while his victims suffer in silence. Or, if they're fighting, Some of them are even winning their lawsuits, but it doesn't matter. This establishment is still open. It's still running. No one is talking about this. There's no investigations, but I guarantee you, this is the year when everything comes to light. I guess time will tell. Again, this is just my theory.
Can somebody put that in the comments who she getting at, that y'all, because some of y'all might already be up on what she talking about. So if you is, spam it up in the comments, let me know who she talking about so I could do some looking into that, because I'm kind of curious. Also, with that second clip, I really want to know what his motive was behind doing that. Like, bro, what was your reasoning? And how dumb? Like I said, I don't want to insult nobody, but how can you not think this one all the way through? You dismember the body and put it all over, what was it, different places? As if they not gonna find the body part, and I don't know, man. Like, they not gonna link it together. Like, come on, do you know it's damn near impossible now to catch a body and get rid of it? Bro, there's cameras everywhere, bro. They gonna catch you like that. DNA samples, all types of stuff. Dude, crazy. But I just want to know what was his reasoning. I ain't never heard that story before, but just wow. And you can tell that family hurt. And like, they can't even show like the services. They don't even have a body to show the service. That's crazy to me. But yeah, rest in peace to her. That's wild. But it's a wicked world out here. It's a wicked world. But what type of man is he, bro? Because as a man, we supposed to protect the babies and the women. Ain't no other way. Not hurt them, bro. It's wild.
I don't think you're ready for what I'm about to present in this video. I really don't think you're ready for what I'm about to present in this video. And it all starts in the most unlikely of places. A place they want us to think is nothing but a third world wasteland. But in reality, it's a place fit for a king. Well, maybe not a king, but definitely an angel. 200, as a matter of fact. 200 fallen angels. And while they create propaganda like Borat to keep us from knowing who actually lives here and what this place actually is, I figured it out. I figured out that the top of their pyramid just happens to have a secret meeting chamber with exactly 200 perfectly aligned seats. 200 perfectly aligned seats that just perfectly matches the amount of fallen angels talked about in the Book of Enoch. 200 that just almost perfectly matches the amount of impact craters that, I don't know, could have been caused from heavenly bodies crashing down to Earth. Heavenly bodies whose leader just happens to also be called Lucifer, or the light bearer. The light bearer whose torch is often celebrated across all of the large cities of the world, and whose torch who is oddly placed next to a giant Easter egg. An Easter egg that might actually reveal why eggs are associated with Ishtar, because Easter was originally the celebration of Ishtar, the Assyrian and Babylonian goddess of fertility and sex. And maybe this city is also hiding the free energy that they're using, because I've seen these exact buildings associated with the old dirigibles that used to charge from them. But we haven't even talked about the most interesting thing that I found in this city called Istana, which just happens to be an anagram for the word Satan, and it's just down the road from this pyramid. Or should I say, right down the river from this pyramid. And I'm going to take this time and say, all of this is pure speculation. Obviously, there could be other stories here, but too many of them line up to me. Way too many of them. Especially when you see what I found here. And it's what I started this video with. You look at this, and you tell me that doesn't look like some sort of portal. A portal that they might just be using to try to summon some real evil to this place we live. Or maybe even just a prop to propagate their fake summoning of the return of Jesus as a hologram. All I know is there's one thing I definitely know in all of this, is that this movie was created with intention to tell a vision of what this place actually is. Because I would put my money on it that 99% of you have never heard of the city in Kazakhstan called Astana. But you guys know I'm just kidding about all this. I don't really think 200 fallen angels are the actual controllers of this place we live. That's just silly. And I definitely don't think they build an egg in a light-bearing torch to worship anybody. Totally not. You guys know I just love to entertain you and create these fairy tales and stories of evil versus good that they don't really exist. I don't really believe in Satan and Lucifer and all the fallen angels.
Y'all catch his hat? I know y'all caught his hat. Is what? It's flat, bruh. It's flat. I'm telling you. But nah, all jokes aside. That's when I watch his videos, he's one of the few that when he say certain things, that shit make hella sense, bro. And I know I'm not lying. Put that in the comments if y'all been sticking through since however long. If it's been a minute since y'all been rocking with the channel, y'all been part of the collective, man, say that and tell me if y'all remember him being on there early on. He make it make sense, bro. He make it make sense.
I'm not shit out of Diddy. Like, I'm just keeping it a buck, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why not? Like, you know, Diddy's attractive, you know what I'm saying? Get him off with, like, a bottle of Ciroc, like, you know, a shot of Ciroc. You know what I'm saying? He got plenty of Ciroc, like, you know what I'm saying? Get him up, you know, like, actually, I got a website that I'm about to start a movement. It's P. Diddy movement. That's, you know, my agenda for the rest of the semester. Start a Kickstarter, you know, I'm gonna set it to like a meal ticket, and like, you know what I'm saying, if I can reach a meal ticket, like I'm gonna drop me and P. Diddy's sex tape. That's something I would love to do, you know what I'm saying? I think, you know, Diddy is like a very attractive person, you know what I'm saying? I've always been infatuated with how he dances, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was something about like the arms and shit. Like, I used to just be like, yo, it's just sexy, yo. Like no, like pause, like no homo, like let's really be honest, like, you know what I'm saying, like Diddy thick, yo. Like, you ever seen a nigga, like, you know, like, you ever seen a nigga like in some like tight shit, like that nigga thick, yo, and I was like, yeah, that nigga like got a nice shape, like. But yeah, you know, that's pretty much what I'm working on, you know what I'm saying. I'm gonna try to hit Diddy before you know what I'm saying. That's what we gonna do.
Drives off the road, falls into a creek. Accident, plain and simple, accident.
Attack Pearl Harbor in the early morning. What an atrocity. Why didn't somebody help the old lady crossing the street? Hit by the car, stopping a heartbeat. She flew pretty far. What an atrocity. When your phone sings at sea and you're reading SOS, but you know you shocked me. What an atrocity. When a suicide bomber takes out your cavalry and your unborn baby. It's crazy. The A can't exist without the T. The T can't live without the R. The O can't see without the C. The I can't breathe without the T. Why? That's about why it's spell atrocities. The A can't exist without the T. The T can't live without the R. The O can't see without the C. The I can't breathe without the T. Why? That's about why it's spell atrocities. The A for Evans.
Balloons did all that ruckus. You got to be joking, bro. You did that. Rest in peace to the fisherman. Other than that, bro, that's funny as hell to me. Other than that, that's sad. That's somebody's two lives. But I'm talking about like balloons really messing up runways for the planes. That's crazy, bro. We live in a crazy ass world.
Flat and enclosed by a dome. The Egyptians, Norse, Hindus, Mayans, Incas, Navajos, Hebrews, etc., all knew that the Earth is flat and covered by the firmament, which is basically an impenetrable barrier encapsulating the flat plane. The flat Earth model dominated for thousands of years. It wasn't until 1543 that Nicholas Copernicus proposed the heliocentric model of the universe. But even with that, flat earthers and the flat Earth model still went strong all the way up into the 1900s. We see proof of that with books like Zetetic Cosmogony by Thomas Winship, published in 1899. Terra Firma, The Earth Not a Planet, Proved from Scripture, Reason, and Fact by David Wardlaw Scott, published in 1901. Or even Kings Dethroned by Gerard Hickson, published in 1922, where the author details all of the problems with heliocentrism and the mistakes made by people like Copernicus, Einstein, Newton, Kepler, etc. So we see from the beginning of time all the way until the 1900s, the flattened stationary Earth was going strong. In all honesty, flat Earth has never died. But for the sake of this video, we'll say up into the early and mid-1900s. In a magazine from August 1931 called Popular Science, explorer Auguste Piccard went on record stating, "It seemed a flat disk with an upturned edge after ascending 10 miles high on a balloon." 10 miles is only a little over 50,000 feet. Today, we have balloons going up to 121,000 plus feet, which is almost 23 miles, and the Earth still shows nothing but flatness. Not to mention, the horizon remains at eye level at that height, something that would not be possible if the Earth was a sphere. Mainstream science says that curvature becomes visible at 35,000 feet. It simply is not so. Now let's run through another timeline, the timeline of trying to hide the flat Earth. Now we're going to exclude Copernicus here. We know that heliocentrism, spinning ball Earth, has been pushed since the 1500s, but it wasn't until the 1900s that moves were made to hide the true shape and nature of the Earth. In fact, they started programming us in 1912, before Earth's shape was even proven, supposedly. With the founding of Universal Pictures, we have been shown a spinning globe before every movie by that company for over 100 years. But anyway, that started in 1912, and we kept cruising and kept cruising. And in 1946, we have Operation High Jump, where an expedition to Antarctica by Admiral Richard E. Byrd. They say they went to Antarctica to train, test equipment, and test the possibilities of establishing and maintaining military research bases. They claim to have charted the Antarctic coastline during this time. Who knows what else they found? Fast forward a little bit. 1955, Operation Deep Freeze. This is just an expansion of High Jump, where more research bases are added to Antarctica. Fast forward a little more, 1958. NASA is established, followed by the proposal of the Antarctic Treaty in 1959, and the implementation of it in 1961. The treaty basically puts Antarctica off limits to civilians, with the exception of guided tours that are carefully supervised. In 1962, Operation Fishbowl takes place. Now, this is where people start thinking that they found the firmament or dome during Operation High Jump or Operation Deep Freeze, because for some reason, they started firing nuclear missiles straight up as if trying to mess with the firmament somehow. And not to mention the name of the project, Fishbowl, easily symbolic for the enclosed nature of our world. A lot of people don't believe in nukes, nuclear weapons, but I obviously can't confirm one way or the other. Just do your own research. Okay, so the same year, 1962, JFK gives his famous
"We choose to go to the moon"
speech. Now, I think all of these events tie into these guys finding out about the true disposition of Earth, including the crystalline canopy that we can't get past. Keep that in mind. They know we are trapped in and we can't leave. And they choose to pretend like we can leave, which comes back and bites them in the ass later. We'll get there, but let's continue. 4 years later, 1966, Lunar Orbiter 1 captures the supposed first ever picture of Earth from deep space. 2 years after that, in 1968, Apollo 8 captures this. In 1969, they capture this after Apollo 11 lands man on the moon for the very first time. And in 1972, on their sixth and final trip to the moon, we get one of the most famous pictures of all time, the blue marble. These alleged pictures of Earth, especially 1972's blue marble, are the entire reason behind pretending to go to the moon in the first place. The spherical Earth, flat Earth debate is over. All the ancient cultures of the world and all of the authors writing flat Earth books well into the 1900s are incorrect. The Earth is not flat. NASA has proved it. It's over. You live on a spinning ball, just like Universal Pictures predicted. Only one problem with that. It's now 2017. Curvature cannot be detected by anyone on Earth. Motion can't be detected, nor has it ever been proven, and now all of a sudden we can't figure out how to get past low Earth orbit.
Early in the next decade, a set of crewed flights will test and prove the systems required for exploration beyond low Earth orbit.
NASA's next spacecraft, already being built and tested across America, will do those things and more.
This is the spacecraft that's going to take humans to explore the solar system. It's the next big step for NASA in exploration.
Called the Orion Multipurpose Crew Vehicle, or MPCV, this next-generation spacecraft will enable America to explore beyond low Earth orbit.
As we get further away from Earth, we'll pass through the Van Allen belts, an area of dangerous radiation. We must solve these challenges before we send people through this region of space.
The kinds of technologies that we're testing out on Space Station are definitely helping us with our goals of going beyond low Earth orbit.
I think, and many would consider it maybe even science fiction.
The plan that NASA has is to build a rocket called SLS, which is a heavy lift rocket. It's something that is much bigger than what we have today, and it will be able to launch the Orion capsule with humans on board, as well as landers or other components to destinations beyond Earth orbit. Right now, we only can fly in Earth orbit. That's the farthest that we can go. And this new system that we're building is going to allow us to go beyond and hopefully take humans into the solar system to explore. So the moon, Mars, asteroids, there's a lot of destinations that we could go to. And we're building these building block components in order to allow us to do that eventually.
Low Earth orbit is between 99 miles and 1,200 miles away. So we'll say that we can't get past 1,200 miles. And that's a big problem because the moon, according to the heliocentric model, is about 237,000 miles away. Now that's a big difference. Why was it so easy to go to the moon 6 times between 1969 and 1972, but we can't go even 1% of that distance now in 2017? Yeah, 1%. We can't even go 1% of that distance. Of course, they blame it on the idea of a radiation belt. But the truth is that the Van Allen belt is a cover story for the firmament. We live on a flat plane inside of an enclosed structure. It has always been this way, and it will always be this way. The ridiculous notion of us living on a spinning ball darting through infinite space is very new on the complete timeline of mankind. And at the rate things are going, it won't be around much longer. The deception of heliocentrism will have been a very short-lived attempt at removing man from his and her divine nature.
It just, hey, am I tripping? Or when you look at the NASA symbol, does that look like a snake's tongue? Does it to you? It does to me. I don't know if I'm tripping. Also, again, a lot of the people who believe Earth's a globe, they like to come at me and be like, why are you creating division? Sit your ass down somewhere. I'm not causing division. We causing a conversation. We striking at your differences and our differences so that we can have a conversation. So that we can figure out what the hell is really what. Because I had somebody ask me, if the Earth is flat, then what are we sitting on? So you mean to tell me you rather believe NASA than to go back and believe ancient, intelligent cultures, empires before us who believed that it was flat? That's all I'm gonna ask you. Because every time I ask a question, I don't get an answer. I get a question back in return. That's not how you answer the question. I did ask first before, way in other videos, to my Globers. Why do you believe that it's a globe? And do you read, if you do believe it's a globe, have you read the Bible? Do you believe in it? If you say yes, you believe in it, then how do you believe? That means you believe what you want to believe out of that book. That means you don't believe the whole damn book, because there's things in that book that cause you to have to believe something totally different than what maybe NASA's telling you. I'm just saying. I'm asking questions here, and that was all with all due respect. That's not even trying to be disrespectful. I'm literally asking that. Answer the question, please, to my Globers. Why do you believe that it's a globe? Give me some type of evidence that you believe that. Because clearly I've been dropping evidence for months now why I believe it's flat. I'm saying, so like, if you trying to like have a conversation with me, tell me why you believe what you believe. Because clearly I'm telling you why I believe what I believe. Bring your end to the topic of discussion. Tell me why you believe that. And then I'll respond in the comments. We can have a talk. And of course, people, the collective. The collective gonna jump in the comments too, and to my flat earthers, that's a part of the collective, because I'm sure somebody that's part of the collective is a globe believer too. It's all love, but we gotta have a conversation here. We gotta talk about this one. But I think it's flat, and a lot of people do too.
Okay, so look, listen to me. I'm sitting in my house, right? You see me make a video of somebody or something in the sun. It's a clear day. It's after April the 8th, after the eclipse. So I'm coming out here to film this one more again. There he is. It's a man or something walking in the midst of the sun. You see this? He's right there on top. Not moving this camera. He's right there on the top. Hold up. Let me come down and make sure I get this as best I can. This is third time. And as you can see, he's right there on the top, walking in the midst of the sun. My third time catching it. It is
The damn Grand Reaper. They exchanged the sun, and that's Blue Beam probably.
Oh, 神奇哦。
Every major city in North America was destroyed by fire between 1850 and the early 1900s. Every city in America was torched. So we don't really know what was here anymore. They left a few museums or whatever you want to call them. Look at look, whoever's watching, look at your big city, wherever you are. Atlanta, New York, Chicago, doesn't matter where. Type in the Great Fire of, and then type in your city. You're going to see that at some point between 1850 and 1930, your city was completely devoured. That was in this country.
I told y'all Sac had a huge fire, and we had a flood too. I'm looking right now, because I did exactly what he just said. November 2nd, 1852. Sacramento's Great Fire, known as the Great Conflagration, burned more than 80% of the structures in the city. Sacramento History Museum says that. That's crazy. I knew we had a fire, but I didn't look to go see if we had a fire before that or anything. I was actually looking up like how old Sacramento is haunted. And we had an underground city, and yeah, I was looking into that and how they roped off some of the city underground, because a lot of the homeless, they stay under there. And I've heard some crazy stories from graffiti artists that tell me like down there they be doing some crazy stuff, and if you go down there you ain't coming back out type shit. So I heard stories. I don't mess around with it, but I was searching online, YouTube, Google. I was just going through a lot, trying to just learn a lot about the city type shit. And I heard we had fire. I ain't reaching as far as my city. I just read y'all as far as what I just read on my city. And y'all spam up if y'all do it for y'all city. Let me know if y'all city had a great fire or something like that. But I know we had a flood too. And if you go to old Sacramento now, you can kind of tell we built like where the Sacramento River at. We built on top of that. So we on a whole nother level. You can see it coming over the Tower Bridge. Shout out to my city. If you from Sac, bro, shout out to you too. But yeah, if you know about the city where I'm from, that's how it's built. He not lying as far as where I'm from. Spamming up where you from. Oh, and I forgot to tell y'all about the Diddy Daylight. I meant to say something in between the clips, but it slid my mind. We've been having some cool ones back to back. But we not letting Diddy ass off the hook. That shit nasty. In Daylight, it's two ways he playing it. Either he telling the truth or he just trolling because he know that's going to get him. Well, I'm sure that's not recent, but Daylight intelligent. But damn, if he was dead ass serious, told y'all Hollywood is a weird ass world.
If you look closely, you can see a man standing right there. But the thing is, that man was a giant, captured by Andrew Dawson. Sadly, Andrew Dawson did not survive. Months after he recorded this, he is now not here. He's unalived. And it was a mystery still to this day surrounding it. We have another Andrew Dawson.
Okay, people, check this out. So yesterday, I was sitting on the bottom of this mountain right here, and it sounded like a door shut, or like if you ever heard an aluminum industrial door just boom, like it rings after it shuts, and it scared me because I was just sitting right here. But if you look up, let me see if I can zoom in. I can't zoom in. But that's a door right there. I'm thinking that's a door, man. Now, I'm sure you've seen all these videos where they find the doors on the side of the mountain. But I swear to God, I heard something shut. When I looked up, I was looking at that. And I'm looking at it, and it looks like a door to me. So my only inclination is to climb back up there and check it out. Let's do it.
Okay, let's do a recap on Andrew Dawson. Andrew Dawson filmed what he believed to be a giant standing on top of a mountain in Canada. After he filmed this, he put it on social media and was telling everybody what it was. And a lot of people was seeing it, and a lot of people were thinking that it looked like a giant. Given the size and given the mountains surrounding, it looked just like what he was saying. However, he began to have problems from different authorities, the CIA. He said he was being followed, and initially he ended up being unalived, which again, like I said, is still a mystery. This new video that has come out is looking like it may be leading down the same path.
Back, man. I'm just really paranoid, man. Check this out. I spent Easter in a fucking holding tank, okay? These people showed me pictures of my pages. Like, they literally just printed pages off of all my social media pages and showed me. They're watching me. They know who I am. They know what I've been doing. And I have a feeling that I'm
Same thing they did to Andrew.
find these pyramids. Now, I'm right here behind these gates.
Same
because that's how you get to the door. Why would this door be fenced up? Why? That's why I'm here. So, to just to let you know, I'm not missing. I was detained for 3 days.
Now they enforced the
I'm gonna do a
door.
part 2 video so I can explain to you everything that went on for those 3 days. I was let out this morning, but the whole point for them detaining me was I had a pistol. My bad. I'm a felon. I had a pistol on me. It was clean. I restored my rights. I restored my gun rights over 8 years ago, and I was clean. I don't know why they kept me, but their main the probable cause was I had a pistol. This morning they cited me out. No charges filed. They let me go. And the craziest part is I can't even tell you where they let me out of. They're watching me.
They don't even know where he was at.
To the bottom of this, and I'm gonna do a part 2 of this video and let you guys know what happened while I was detained. But I wanted to do this video to let everybody know that I'm safe, I'm not missing, and I was detained by State Federal Police Thursday. Actually, I'm sorry, Friday, and I got let out this morning. All right, I gotta go, man.
It's crazy. That's
These guys
crazy.
are back, and I think they're gonna kick me off the place. I gotta get on the other side of this fence. Peace.
Now, if that update doesn't sound familiar, then it should. Because this is what Andrew Dawson's update video sounded like.
I just got stopped by like some CIA agent. He told me to turn around and said I'm trespassing. I said it's a public area. Are we gonna go on an adventure? I'm gonna see if he's there early in the morning. Yeah, this is him. What's going on?
Mind you, this public property.
Turn around. Really?
Yeah, man, just turn around, please.
Okay.
Not private, it was public property.
That's the same vehicle from.
They started watching them, following them.
Hey! You might not see me post ever again. My videos weren't fake.
Sadly, one of the last videos that was made by Andrew Dawson was this particular video here, where he came forward saying that, basically debunking a lot of things he was saying. A lot of people said that he did not look right, looked like he was being coerced, looked like it was staged, and afterwards, shortly after, he was unalived.
Hey guys, I just want to give you an update. I'm not dead. I have not disappeared. I have just been busy with life. I couldn't get around to posting and updating you guys, so now I'm going to give you an official update of what's been going on. Sorry to disappoint you guys, but all of the videos
Look how he looking over with his eyes.
that I posted were scripted. They're just fake. They were just strictly for entertainment. Sorry to disappoint you guys. I just needed to give you a quick update.
I'm not gonna sit up here and lie to you. That one kind of hit my gut. That one kind of crazy, ain't it? Or am I tripping? I never really heard of the Andrew Dawson story, but when we watched like not too long ago, the first guy with the glasses, he said they let him out, and he said he got caught with a gun on him when he was a felon. When we saw that first video and he said he heard that noise at the door closing, I thought then, like, come on, bro, don't go back. Cause if I'm not mistaken, the guy that did that in Oregon, when he went up there and started looking up at the doorway and stuff, recording, I think something bad happened to him too. So it was like, bro, don't go back. Like, we get it. Well, at least I get it. And I know some of the collective, I know y'all get it too. But it was like, he went back. And that was the update. Now, I didn't even know that part was in the video. Like I said, I only saw the beginning of the Andrew Dawson. So I was like, let me, came across there, let me share that with y'all. But I didn't know that tied into that too. And that sounds very ironic. And he was looking to his left. Damn. But if he knew they was gonna get him like that, why would he still go online and go along with what they saying? Unless they maybe say it's gonna touch his family or something. But I mean, if he gonna, I saw it as if, you saying what you gonna say and they telling you that they gonna do to you. Even if they say they not gonna do it, they gonna do it. So it's like, why not just stand up on 10 all the way there and just be like, bro, just do it. Cause I'm not gonna go against it at this point. Like, you gotta stand up on your 10. Like, you gotta stand on 10 toes. You just gotta stand on what you believe. Like, cause if you believe in something good, the reward gonna be great when you make it to that other side. That's how I see it. But then again, different strokes for different folks, man. But rest in peace to him, cause that should not have happened. But he was recording a hell of a lot. They was on his ass. That's Blue Beam in the making.
So I didn't watch the Super Bowl, but if I did, it would definitely be because of the subliminals in the commercials, and they broadcast the truth during these commercials because a lot of people are watching the Super Bowl. So check this commercial out and let me know what you think. I'm gonna talk about it at the end. All right, so ever since 2020, we've been having stuff pop up about aliens, ETs, you know, woo-de-woo. Now, the government and the people that control the media, they know that extraterrestrials exist. There's extraterrestrials within our government, okay? So they know that ETs exist. But when they put things out like this, just know it's to condition and program people and get people ready for a fake alien invasion. Because all of this talk about aliens and ETs is leading to somewhere. Me personally, I'd be highly disappointed if they spent so much money on these commercials and movies and all these other things about aliens and it didn't lead to nowhere. I'd be like, what in the world? So what was all that hype about aliens for? It's definitely leading somewhere, and it's most likely going to be a fake alien invasion, even though ETs exist.
Yep. Mind
you, they spend $7 million just for a 30-second commercial. This is a minute 28. This was probably $20 million just to broadcast this. And you telling me they spending $20 million for something that ain't got no truth in it just to entertain? Nah. All of this is leading to somewhere. It's been happening since 2020. Aliens, ETs, it's leading to somewhere. You know what I'm saying? And the NFL itself is scripted. It's rigged. It's fake. It's just a way for them to make money. You know what I'm saying? And to broadcast their messages. The NFL is honestly, it's for the higher ups because they say things and do things that only the people in their organization understand. It's like mockery and shit like that. They get it. We don't. Let me know what y'all think about this in the comments. Crystal jewelry is also available on our website. Link in bio. I love y'all.
I'm telling you, bro. That's why when people be saying like aliens is fallen angels or they demons, and I be like, bro, watch when you say that, because when if it was posted, now let's say it was an alien invasion, and let's say those aliens was the elites, what they call elites. Let's say it was the elites. Let's say they're at war with actual extraterrestrials or aliens. I'm gonna break this down again. Let's say the elites, extraterrestrials, they at war because the elites is messing up the planet and planets around. And when I say planets, I mean inside the ice walls and outside the ice walls. Just speaking in general terms. What if they're at war over that? And the extraterrestrials is like, bro, you messing up stuff out here, bro. Like, stop doing what you're doing. And they warn, but they not letting us know they at war. So they know that the aliens is probably trying, let's say they trying to come over here and warn us or try to save us. They know that if we ever exchange information with them and see past the differences of what we may look like, then the elites know their job is done and we gonna kick ass. And now we on their ass and the aliens is on their ass. We know how they operate even better than probably the aliens on the other side because they foreign to them. I'm just saying, maybe not. We don't know, but I'm just asking. And maybe that's why the elites is programming our minds to expect that so they can stage it, so they can keep us in line and in order so we don't exchange information with them or even side with extraterrestrials or aliens. I'm just asking here. It's just a question. It's just a question. And that's why I say don't be so quick to say they demons or fallen angels or nothing, because if you really want to be clear, you can't get scared of them when we got the damn elites above us right now telling us we gotta pay taxes. Shit like that. Watching kids, you know, shit like that. And it's like, come on, bro. We got Epstein's on this out here. So yeah, we got BG out here. So it's like, come on, bro. We can't be so afraid of them because of what we think. We need to be on the people as who we know because of the shit that we know and see. That's how I stand on it. And spam it up if you agree with me.
In 2024, tell me why you guys are not questioning literally everything.
Because I do. I question everything. Our history, our government, the world in general. I question it all. So when I saw this today, I had to share it. I'm so tired of keeping this stuff to myself and feeling like a crazy person, like a tinfoil hat lunatic. So here it goes. The sun is wild today. I've always loved taking pictures of the sun with the clouds because it's so pretty. But today I could not get this to focus. I tried this several times. And I have also never seen a prism like that. You get one on your phone just about every time, but this one is shaped like a honeycomb. And I'm going to zoom in so you can see that pretty closely. I have never, in all of my years, seen a prism that looks like this. If you have, let me know. Maybe I'm crazy, but that's new to me. Some of the countries in Asia have been building an artificial sun. It's been all over newspapers and things. This is what it looks like. Not saying it's the same thing. I'm not saying it's not, but, something to think about. This year of our Lord, 2024, I don't think anything's impossible.
Door, any other color door. Red door, yellow door, any other color door. Red door, yellow door, any other.
The people you see in the game were having a sleepover and they all decided to play the game Red Door, Yellow Door. And of course, it ended really bad for them. This is one of those games that you should never play. It's called Red Door, Yellow Door, and normally you need 2 people to play. One person acts as the guide and the other will act as the traveler. The traveler will lay down on their back and place their head on the guide's lap. The guide will take their fingers and rub the temples of the traveler, while the traveler holds their hands up in the air, close their eyes, and repeat the words, red door, yellow door, any other color door. Traveler will then end up in a trance where they will be able to see multiple doors that are normally the colors red or yellow. However, there's a lot of other color doors that a lot of people have seen. Once the traveler enters one of these doors, the guide's job is to make sure that the traveler does not get in trouble. The guide is supposed to wake the traveler up in case the traveler runs into any type of entities. There's one entity everybody talk about. They call him the Hat Man. If you see this entity while you're traveling, be sure to not hesitate to wake the guide up. It's very important for the traveler to let the guide know what they see, like stairs, clocks, or just random people. Warning, do not go up or down any stairs. Do not look at the clocks while you're there. And if anybody or any team walks up to you and asks you for the time, do not give them it. It's up to the guide to tell the traveler to wake up. But luckily, nobody will have to worry about that because it's just like I said, never play this game.
Facts. When he said never play this, you should never play. Shit, you think? Bro, and if y'all remember, we went over this video, not that one with the girl waking up like that, but just that game early on in the channel. And told y'all, I think they exchanged the sun. They put something in front of it, or they moving and swapping them out. Not the real sun, a fake one, of course, but something just don't feel right. Something just don't feel right. That wasn't the moon. If the moon's over there and something went in front of the sun, they probably exchanging shit, turning lights out, moving it out the way, doing something slick, bro.
It was a demon living in Vaughn, and now that demon is living in dirt, bro. Do your homework on that demon living in dirt, bro.
King Vaughn scared everybody, standing face to face with a demon that has possessed power on earth by the way of killing. The more bad, the more horrific, the more murderous things you do, the more power. That's why this demon specifically that was in the vessel of King Vaughn garnered so much power.
It hit different.
Sure in the hell do hit different.
You know, when my father died, he came to the internet saying Dr. Sebi's grandson. The names get bigger. Oh, Dr. Sebi, my father. Oh, Dr. Sebi, my grandfather. So many people claim.
Come out now.
Yeah, but when my father be in jail, nobody said nothing. No?
That's crazy, man.
I think he got sentenced.
Drinking pee is actually a good thing, too.
I've heard, okay.
Yeah.
It's people on TikTok that drink their pee, and I forgot what it do.
So this is the thing. So your body goes through a process. You're diseased. You're hurting. Something's wrong, right?
Uh-huh.
Your body knows this. It starts making the chemicals. You have your own pharmacy. Okay, it's not going to come out through your snot. It's not going to be your earwax. What's the easiest way for it to come out? You urinating. So your urine is actually going to have properties in there to help rectify the problem that you have. People that got eczema, urine helps eczema. Drinking it.
They want to stay here. They don't want to go anywhere else. This consciousness wants to stay here, stay in this body, never get older, continually experience the highest of high experiences, and go on. I remember being killed before. You don't get a full life review. Everything is wrong with this whole system setup. You're supposed to have a life review. The way that they've perverted it and inverted it, they've set up a system where they'll throw us through a machine, traps, stores the soul, erases the memory completely, and then throws you back into basically the same situation you just came from again with the same people, just with different clothes. You move in circles with the same people.
But some souls, pretty much advanced,
can bypass and leave?
Can progress in the next life. So it means this doesn't work perfectly.
Nothing they do works perfectly. That's why they're losing control now. There's volunteer consciousness down here at the moment, and I would class myself and yourself volunteer consciousness. Specifically came down here to try and change the paradigm, to try and get this information out so that we can not have to be living like this and not having to repeat the same cycles over and over and over again.
I see. Now I question his loyalty. Is he with us or he with them? Because he giving some of the truth, but not all the truth. And it's like, bro, now you told us that there's a soul trap. So that means you know how it works. So why you didn't tell us how to break it? I'm just saying. And the clip before that, drinking your pee, I could see it working, but I don't know if I could do it. It had to be a dire situation for me to drink my own pee. It has to be. It has to be. It got to be life or death right now. Or, you know, I don't know, man. Like I said, circumstances change. Your mindset change. You in a survival mode, you might have to do it one day. But I seen Steve-O do that shit, and he threw up off of it, off the movie Jackass. If y'all seen it, man, tell me I ain't tripping. But, whatever. Y'all know we made it to the end of this, man, and I appreciate y'all if y'all stuck all the way through. If you haven't already, please like, comment, subscribe. Hit that bell so you always notified whenever we drop an upload. Y'all know we coming with about 4 videos a week, man. This is for entertainment purposes as well. And when you like and comment and subscribe to the channel, helps Collective grow, helps Collective get bigger, helps more people who like this type of content tap in with this content. But I ain't gonna hold you. I hope y'all having a smooth 7. Y'all good out there, man. I wish y'all nothing but wealth, health, and abundance of joy and happiness, bro. And until I see y'all in the next one, y'all know what it is. We gone.
I just check my account. Sheesh, at the amount. You probably know it.